Hello friends, welcome to the Southern Mountain Kitchen. Today we're going to make turkey noodle soup. So whether it's after the holidays or you just actually cooked a turkey or whatever, if you have leftover turkey bits that you need to use for something, this is actually a really good solution. You can actually do this really quickly. It's a great lunch. It's great for on a cold day if you just need something hot when you're coming inside, or if you want to make it for dinner and add other things with it. It's really a great alternative to many other things that you could have. You just literally use your leftovers to make something that turns out really great, really tasty, and it's a welcome addition to your table because it has such a great taste to it. So what you see on my counter is what we're going to use. So we're going to start off with 1.5 to 2 ribs of celery, and we're going to cut this up into smaller pieces. We don't really want huge pieces because we want to get these cooked and make them tender, and that way they're more edible that way, because no one wants to bite into some celery that's hard and not cooked thoroughly. So cut that into smaller pieces, and then we're going to use 1 small onion, which we're going to cut into slivers where we just want thinner pieces of the onion. It's going to cook down in the soup as we cook it, so we just want to get that flavor in there from the onion. And then we're going to add about 1/3 of a cup of carrots, and I'm using baby carrots for this part because they're smaller and they're not as huge a bit as if you're cutting up a whole fully grown carrot, which that's really a lot to have to cut up and use. I like using the baby ones. You just cut them into small pieces, stick them in, and they're ready to go, and it's not like you have huge bites of carrot that you have to deal with. So go ahead and cut these all up, and we're going to work our way through them, and then we're going to go to our turkey. We're going to use at least 2.5 cups of turkey, maybe even more. You could use up to 3 or whatever you want. However you want this to be loaded with turkey. And I'm using turkey breast off of a whole turkey that I made. You could use anything if you wanted to use some of it that's just like dark meat, whatever. It's your choice of what you want to use. You're just going to take this and cut it up into manageable pieces. That, remember, as you're putting this in the soup, you're going to have to use a spoon to put this in your mouth, so you don't want huge pieces falling off of it. So you just want to cut them down to where they're reasonable and doable pieces of turkey, and just work your way through all of the pieces of turkey that you have until you have them cut down to a point where they're manageable and you can use it. Now, if you have a little bit of the skin of the turkey on the outside, where if you baked one like I did, it's perfectly okay because you're going to get some seasoning and flavoring off of that, and it kind of works. And you just go ahead and cut it up with the mix of everything else that you're cutting up. When we get this all cut up, we're going to need a very large pot to put this in. And you're going to put in there at least 5 tablespoons of butter. We're going to turn this up to medium to high heat, and we're going to melt this butter a little bit before we start adding in the vegetables that we just cut up. So just give it a minute to start melting, and that way you're actually going to have your pot getting hotter as you go, because we want to get this temperature up for what we're about to do. So once your butter starts to melt down a little bit and you know there's some heat coming into the pot, you are going to add your onions, your celery, and your carrots to this. And what we're going to want to do with these is we're going to cook them for a while to actually soften them up, make them ready to eat, make sure they're tender. And it's going to take at least 7 minutes to do. So we're going to get everything in here, get this temperature up, and get these cooking. So one thing I do is when I'm putting them in is I bring these in a little bit at a time, so that way I can break up the onion, make sure there's no huge pieces of it. There will be some, but you're going to break them up as you cook anyway. And then just make sure that the celery cut through and that the carrots are all in, and then just stir them around until the temperature gets up to high. Now, if it gets to a point where you get these all in here and they start to simmer a little bit, you can put a lid on this and really increase the temperature for that 7 minutes to make sure that it's completely cooking these through. And as you're putting stuff in, stir them around a little bit in that butter and get them coated. So that way it'll make sure they are cooking. So as I said before, just continue to add in your vegetables as you're letting this simmer, and just be careful with celery. You want to make sure that the pieces did cut all the way through. Sometimes they're a little difficult, and just keep adding it in as the temperature is coming up in your pan. One key thing to getting this to cook properly is to continuously stir around your vegetables to make sure that, for one thing, they don't sit up shop in one place and start to scorch or anything. But as your temperature is coming up, you want to get that butter mixed through them, because it's going to give them flavor, but it's also going to help them to cook, and that's really what we're going for here. Now, this soup that we're making is kind of adaptable. If you don't have turkey or don't want to use turkey, you could easily use chicken breast, especially if you've recently had like a rotisserie chicken. It would give such a great flavor. If you wanted to cut some of that up and substitute it for the turkey, it would work, and it would be wonderful to have that version of a chicken soup. So as you can see in here, as the steam is clearing, mine is cooking rather well, and we're getting ready to add water to this. So we're going to add about 4 to 4.5 cups of water. As you're adding it in, it's probably, you're going to want at least 4.5 to add to this. Just judging by the size of the pot you have, you don't want to like keep adding too much liquid to it, because you still have to add other ingredients. To this, we're going to add a chicken bouillon cube, which I have broken up so that way it'll go into the mixture a little quicker. And then to this, we're adding a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper, and again, mix it up a little bit and distribute that through. And then to this, we're going to add a cup and a half of chicken broth, because this is going to add to the flavor that we're getting out of this. We're going to stir this up some more to make sure everything is working together here, because we want all these flavors to blend together. And now we're going to add our turkey into it. So all the turkey that was cut up before is going in right now, and we're going to stir it up a little bit more because we want to make sure that the turkey gets coated with all the flavors that are already in there. And as we mix this up, we're going to get ready to let this cook for at least 10 minutes, because we want all of this to work together to really flavor. So I'm going to set this on my high heat, let it go with my lid on, and let it cook for 10 minutes. And then after that, I'm going to bring it back. And you want to make sure that your ingredients inside have reached a boil, because this is where we're going to add our egg noodles. And we're going to add about 3 cups of egg noodles. But you want to make sure that you have a really hot heated boil to this so the egg noodles will cook, because the egg noodles are going to have to cook for an additional 7 minutes past this time. So while they're in there, we're just going to mix them up a little bit, make sure they're completely coated and underneath the liquid level. And then we're going to add the lid back onto this for the last 7 minutes that it needs to cook. And it's going to go ahead and do its thing on its own at that point. But at the 7-minute marker, it's done. And when you are finished, you'll have something that looks something like this. And this has such a great taste, as I said before, and it's great for lunch or whenever. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And if you get a chance, check out my cookbooks, which are available in bookstores worldwide. The first is about everyday cooking. The second is all about baking. Have a great day.